Hi guys, so final project here, and there were so many options to choose from, and I just decided to go with a public service announcement. And so listed below, I'm going to post a link or just a picture, whatever, is going to be my actual poster of my public service announcement, very short and sweet and whatnot, but this is my video explaining to you about my public service announcement. So I'm going to talk about the burmese python. Okay, so many of you know, if you're from Southwest Florida, or I guess just kind of in the area, know that this is a very big threat to the Everglades. The Everglades can't seem to get a break. Between the dumping and everything of this sort, they just cannot seem to get a break. And unfortunately, the Burmese python landed here in about the 1970s because some irresponsible pet owners decided to do an exotic pet trade and gain access to a Burmese python, which is originally in Southeast Asia in marshy places in China and whatnot. So they just don't belong here. They're invasive, period. There's no reason they should be here. There's no reason that somebody should own a 20-foot snake to begin with. And I'm sure during this pet trade it was not legal, nor was it okay. So it didn't necessarily pose a problem in the 1970s, but according to the FWC, it really became a problem in 2007 with just the rapid increase of these pythons. I do want to make it clear to everyone that they are not venomous, I apologize, but they are very harmful to the creatures that do live in the Everglades. There is no natural predator that lives in the Everglades that can kill these pythons. So of course, if you are in Southeast Asia, there's things like the tiger, the king cobra. There are other animals that are able to kill them, but unfortunately here in Southwest Florida, we do not have that. So therefore, that they are posing such a problem, and they are even attacking alligators. And come on, that's literally what we're known for here in Florida. We need to be protective. So as of right now, as we speak, there are about 100,000 pythons residing in the Everglades, and that is a problem. That is a problem for people who, the boaters, the people who take those boat rides, and it's a problem for the biodiversity because it's reducing so rapidly, and it's just something that is not okay for here. They're thriving here because they don't have a natural predator, and it's population overkill. So FWC states that if you are one of the daring people to go out there and kill a python, you don't need a permit, and if you are on somebody's land, you just need permission from the landowner. And so go out there and get your guns and your arrows and whatever you need and go and kill some pythons, because honestly, they are very unsuccessful in reducing the amount of pythons. I guess in 2017, they were only able to kill about 10,000 of them. And as you can see, as we speak, there are 100,000 of them. And they're huge, and they can grow up to 23 feet. Although in Florida, you may or may not see them that big because they thrive here, yet they don't thrive as much as they would in areas like Southeast Asia. Even though it's very marshy in the Everglades, you'll probably see them between 6 and 10 feet. There are other pythons here that you have to be aware of that you need to be able to distinguish the differences between. So they look very similar to things as boa constrictors and other different types of pythons, but these ones have giraffe features is what it was a comparison to, and the fact of their patterning and how their shapes are almost like an obscure oval with yellow and black. But if it looks kind of like a giraffe, it is more than likely a Burmese python. And so I just want to talk about the fact that this is a big disruption to the ecosystem in itself. And the Everglades is a very popular place for people to come and enjoy their time and people to even live. Not that I think that would be a great place to live. But I know, for example, my boyfriend and his friends love riding their four-wheelers out in East Bonito, where there is a lot of them in this part of the Everglades. And it becomes dangerous and irritating when you're running into pythons, you're doing things like that, and you're just trying to ride and have a good time out there. And ultimately, it kills tourism because people, if it's inhabited so much with these pythons, people won't want to go. And it's killing these animals. And we don't want to harm the animals that are in the Everglades. We don't want to harm the Everglades, period. We need the Everglades. Nor do we want to pose a problem for the alligator because, yes, there are certain seasons that you're allowed to hunt and kill them and you need permits and, tags for them and whatnot. But something like the Burmese python, you don't, and they're disrupting their ecosystem. And, another thing is the Burmese python, what is the lure to killing it besides for that? Like, are they edible? Can you eat them? Like, are there other options, for them? So they're very full of mercury, like, in a very dangerous way, so you probably wouldn't want to eat them versus, like, other snakes that I guess people eat. I don't know, not my thing. But that's just some knowledge about it. So overall, I think that is something that is so, so pertinent to Southwest Florida. And that is something that we need to consider as a community and help the FWC control this invasive species. So I want to thank you all for your time. And just take a look at my little poster below. If you're freaked out of snakes, maybe don't take a look. But all right, everyone, thank you.